Radio. It promises to be impactful.
Iṣẹ́ lóògùn iṣẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ mi ò múra síṣẹ́, tòróhùn ló bá fòní ṣe, dandan ni kò kéré ẹ̀ lọ́la. Ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwọ́ rẹ̀, ọmọ má máa yan ìyànkúyàn o.
Ọmọ mi, má máa yan ìyànkúyàn.
Ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwọ́ rẹ̀, ọmọ má máa yan ìyànkúyàn o. Jẹ́ láyé dánwọ́ rẹ̀, ọmọ má máa yan òṣì, mo bẹ̀ ọ́.
Ọmọ mi, má máa yan ìyànkúyàn.
Má yanyan kúyàn, má yanyan kúyàn, ọmọ mi jòjò ló gbóhùn tí mò ń wí.
Ọmọ mi, má máa yan ìyànkúyàn.
Múra síṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, iṣẹ́ la fi ń dẹni gíga. Bá ò bá rẹ́ni fẹ̀yìntì, ṣé bíbí ọ̀lẹ láàrí. Bá ò bá rẹ́ni gbọ́kànlé o, àtẹ̀ramọ́ṣẹ́ ẹni. Ìyá rẹ̀ lè lówó lọ́wọ́, kí bàbá lẹ́ṣin rẹpẹtẹ. Ìyá rẹ̀ lè lówó lọ́wọ́. Mo ní bó má gbójú lé wọn, mo ní lọ́jọ́ kan wà á tẹ́. Ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwọ́ rẹ̀, ọmọ má máa yan ìyànkúyàn o.
Ọmọ mi, má máa yan ìyànkúyàn.
Ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwọ́ rẹ̀, ọmọ má máa yan ìyànkúyàn o.
Ọmọ mi, má máa yan ìyànkúyàn.
Ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwọ́ rẹ̀, ọmọ má máa yan òṣì, mo bẹ̀ ọ́.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, good morning, because I know we're online and real time. You might be watching us from another part of the world. This is Skillfull Hands, a program from Aloore Radio, sponsored by Ibadan Vocational College. I'd like to give credits to who credit is due. I'd like to say a very big thank you to the Executive Governor of Oyo State in the person of Governor Sheyi Makinde for making this station a reality. I also like to say a very big thank you to Aloore radio station. Marvelous people, I appreciate you. Yeah, like I said, Skillful Hands, that's the program. We're going to be running on live for the next 13 weeks on Aloore radio station. You can get us on YouTube, on Aloore radio on YouTube rather, Facebook at Aloore Radio. You can also check our website www.alooreradio.com. You can also download Aloore Radio from the Play Store, and then you can call in. It is a call-in program. The number to call is 09039853731. I repeat this again. The number to call is 09039853731. Yes, it's a program you really don't want to miss anything about. I have in the studio today the founder of Ibadan Vocational College, who actually, Ibadan Vocational College is the brain behind this Skillful Hands. What is Skillful Hands? Why Skillful Hands? What brought about Skillful Hands? I will be asking our founder and give her the opportunity to do a brief introduction and tell us, what is Skillful Hands?
Thank you. My name is Taiwo Adeyemo Mrs. I'm married. I have a passion in the building and construction industry.
Right.
I've had to be the project manager for some private projects, and I met a lot of skilled artisans, and they also helped to build this passion. And also the current level of unemployment and underemployment, especially among the young people in the nation, actually now led to a burden that gave birth to Ibadan Vocational College. But the challenge that we're having at the college has given birth to Skillful Hands.
Right.
We are trying to create an awareness amongst the parents, amongst the young people, amongst students, to know that they can be gainfully employed by learning a skill.
Right.
And the skill we deal with at the school are those ones within the building and construction industry.
Right, so we're still on the program, Skillful Hands. You've heard from the founder, Mrs. Taiwo Adeyemo. Now, yes, there's something strange, and I mean, people will be wondering, when you talk about Skillful Hands, what is a woman doing with skills? Can we know your educational background? Did you do anything that has to do with bricklaying or whatever? From where to where? How do you come about being in this?
Okay, I have an educational background in educational management and have a master's degree in economics. But my passion for the industry is what brought me actually into it. I've had to supervise some projects right from the scratch as a project manager.
Right.
But then I met a lot of young people, talented, some are elderly too, who are quite skillful in what they do. These people might not really be so educated, but they have a living.
Right.
They are earning an income, decent income, and they are able to have a good living, a better life for themselves. Now we have a lot of graduates of universities, graduates of polytechnics, even secondary schools, who are still at home, waiting on their parents for even as small as money for recharge card, or can I have tea fare or something to cut my hair. We have people who are so dependent on their parents. There is a high level of unemployment amongst the young people right now. Jobs are not readily available,
Sure.
but you can learn a skill.
Right.
And if you learn a skill, you can become self-reliant because you'll be earning some money even to keep yourself. I'll give an example. My plumber, who happens to be our teacher, even for me to get him to work at my house, I have to book him in advance.
Right.
It might take over a week even for him to agree to say, okay, I'll be coming to attend to your issue on a particular day. Why? Because he's quite busy. And he's not the only plumber. I have other plumbers as well. You have to book. If you are calling on the carpenter, yes, they are coming, but they'll give you a date because they have other commitments. These people are earning a living, and they kind of living a better life than even some of our graduates who cannot even afford to rent an apartment for themselves.
Right.
So I believe that if there is a lot of vacancy in this
Right.
industry,
Absolutely.
there is a lot of vacancy. Everybody wants to build a house. Even those who have homes are thinking of renovating,
Right.
and even people are thinking of moving out. Even those who have inheritance are not planning to go and live in their father's house. They want to build their own. We have quite a large room for people to come into this industry. So my passion was built from the people I interacted with. I said, okay, instead of leaving these young people on the streets, some are in schools, but yet when they finish, they really don't have anything much doing. People can come into this industry. Our school offers training,
Right.
so that when you're trained and you're qualified, you can earn a living, which is a decent way of living than going into social vices of online theft and things like that.
Right. Now, I would like you to tell our viewers at home what's your, you said something about your vision, but a vision statement. Do you have a vision statement for the school and your mission? Why do you think that you're different from any other? I won't call it a college because yours is a college, but we have artisans that train people. Why do you think you stand out? I mean, if people that are viewing us or listening to us now say, okay, why will I want to go to Ibadan Vocational College? What is your vision as a statement, and what is your mission? A mission statement that anybody can say, you know what, if you go to Ibadan Vocational College, A, B, C is what you're going to find out there.
Okay. Well, something that drives our mission is also is integrity and excellence. In this industry, we find that there are quite some artisans who are not excellent with their job. When they come to work for you, you have reason to complain over issues. So we are trying to bridge the gap between the qualified professionals, I'm talking of engineers,
Right.
and the artisans. There's
Okay.
a gap between them. So when the engineer is trying to relate what they want to construct and stuff like that, we are trying to bridge that big gap, between them, so that people can deliver excellent work. I've had cause to work with artisans because I do project supervision. I'm on their case. I can't tell them the details. They know, but I'm making them do the best that they can. This same artisan went to work for somebody else who introduced him to me, and the guy just kept on lamenting on the quality of work that was given to him. So we are insisting on excellence, and we're also insisting on integrity. That is the mission of the school, to instill in our students integrity and excellence, where they can be taken for their word.
Right.
Many people don't want to work with artisans. It's like, wow, it's so difficult because they tell a lot of lies, and they don't do what they say. But we are trying to let our students realize that once you are credible, then you will have access through your first customer to other customers. Referral is very important
Absolutely.
in this industry.
Right.
So we are teaching them to make sure that you satisfy your client, and you let them trust you, not just in pretense, but you actually deliver what you say. Then they'll be able to refer you, and that is how you can even grow bigger in the industry. So our mission is to instill in these students integrity, excellence, and to give them the opportunity to be self-reliant. We want to see our young people come out of unemployment, or to reduce it whichever way we can. We want to see them become self-reliant, and then being able to come out of the social vices. As the popular adage is, idle hands at the devil's workshop. They're engaged in so many evil things, in drugs, in cult, because they don't really have anything doing. They finish secondary school, you are not, maybe don't have admission, or you finish your NYC and you are still not employed. People get involved in all sorts of things. So we are trying to get them trained, get the skill, and then get them into the labor market.
Thank you very much. The program is still Skillfull Hands, sponsored by Ibadan Vocational College here in Aloore Radio, live and direct. You can tune in, you can watch us on Facebook, you can go to YouTube, you can check our website, you can download our radio station app from the Play Store. Now, Mrs. Taiwo Adeyemo, in a very short summary, I know we're still going to delve more into this, as the program unfolds. Your first day in school, challenges, achievement, what was it like? I mean, as a school, what was the turnout like? Was it impressing? Was it encouraging? Do you have setbacks? Can you just let our viewers at home know that as Ibadan Vocational College, this was what we went through?
Okay, the school was established in 2020, and COVID was our first challenge that particular year. But after COVID, we found out that enrollment, we have very low enrollment, and found out that many people are not aware of especially the educated, the elites are not really aware of the benefits of the vocational education. There was a particular school I went to while I was trying to promote the education, and the response from the director of programs was like, how can you expect our own children to be doing such menial jobs? How can you expect them to be involved in such? They're already going to university and stuff like that. They are the ones who actually need the awareness more than the less educated people of the state. For instance, we took it to a public school, and I'm proud to say that Loyola College Old Students Association of the 87 set sponsored 15 students last year for our summer class. The students were so excited. The school helped us to pick some students from the junior school and some from the senior class, and they came and they were all so excited. Some were in the electrical class. They had electrical and solar panel installation. Some were in the plumbing class. Some were in the painting class, and every child felt that my course was better than the other person's course because they had the passion for it. The way the painters painted in such a short while, even they got a job, was supposed to be part of, because the school is practical. So we ended up looking for something for them to do, and they were even paid something, something for a break.
Wow.
And it's like while you are training, you are even earning money. So for me, enrollment, the poor turnout of students in the school has been our challenge. So we are trying to reach out onto the people of the state to say, look, there's something your children can do even while they're in school. Like these Loyola students, they're back in school now, but we hope in during the Easter to open up the program for them again. So during the holiday, they are back again to learn. So by the time they will finish their senior secondary class, the painters would have finished because they have a shorter period. The painters, the tilers, it's the plumbers who might take a little while, and those in the electrical class, they might take a longer time because we also want to make sure that they are well trained. We don't want them to be involved in any hazard and then costing the clients a lot of money. So this is what our program is like, and enrollment was our major challenge. But we want to thank some philanthropists who have come on the program to sponsor students. Right. And it is our desire that all students associations or other people who are well-meaning can help, especially with students who cannot afford the school fees. We have a school, we don't have any sponsors yet. We hope to have in the nearest future of people sponsoring the school, as it were. But for those who are coming in, they're taking on students, giving them scholarship so that they can come. So these students are very excited. Right. They want to come to the school, and we are looking forward to engaging a lot of them. So that has been our challenge, enrollment.
Right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Adeyemo. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will have questions. So how do we get into the school? What do we need? What are the basic requirements to do? Will they need to write any exam? Or is there any form of interview? What are the things that I'm sure viewers at home would like to know?
Okay. Our school is located at Total Garden, at Lacomi Close. That's where the school is at. And the basic minimum requirement is GSS 3 qualification. We expect the children to have the minimum of GSS 3 because they need to be able to write an invoice, give quotation, take measurement. You cannot do without taking measurement, whatever way in this industry. Be able to keep simple accounting books for themselves so that they'll be able to go over their cash flow and then be able to give accurate accounts. So we require them to have GSS 3 education, and there's no interview for you before you come. You can just apply directly to the school.
Okay, so the program is still Skillfull Hands on the Aloore radio station here, sponsored by Ibadan Vocational College, and we have in our midst the founder of the school. Now, Mrs. Taiwo, I want us to talk about the structure of the school. For those of us that have been opportunity to go to higher institutions, we know we have faculties, we have departments, we have, you've been saying something about painting, you've talked about tiling, you've talked about bricklaying. Do you have departments? You have head of departments? You have can someone just come and say, okay, I'm coming to Ibadan Vocational College and all I want to do is this? Can you tell the viewers at home? Because I know, if you're talking to your ward and say, acquire this skill, can you just break it down for us so that people can know? Can they take 2 courses? Are there things like that?
You can take whatever course you want as long as it's not clashing on the timetable.
Right.
So we have courses like painting, tiling, plumbing, bricklaying, electrical and solar panel installation. We hope to add POP in the nearest future and other things that have to do with the building and construction industry. There's some courses we take together in all, like we teach them how to read a plan, because you are going to be working on different aspects of the building. So we teach them how to read a plan, we teach them laying out, and we teach them also some values, which is missing in in the artisans, values like integrity, values like excellence, the values like honesty, values like punctuality, timekeeping, things like that. So we also teach them values. So these are courses we take together, and then we also invite professionals to come to address students, to let them know what the need is in the industry, and then to be able to encourage their heart to warm up to what they're studying, so that they will build up that passion and know that what you're doing is not irrelevant. We have quite an aging population in this industry, and we also have a lot of unschooled people. So you can imagine if you have educated young ones coming into the industry. So when they're going to be talking about angles and things like that, these are things they've learned in school from TD and stuff like that. They will be better artisans because they have an education.
Right. Thank you very much. As we go on, I know a lot of people will be itching to ask personal questions. Like I said, you can phone in. I think we can start that next week. I will just give you the mobile number of Aloore Radio once more. Is 090-398-53731. I repeat, the phone number to call is 090-398-53731. And then if you want to have a one-on-one with the founder of the school in the person of Mrs. Taiwo Adeyemo, our number is 081-651-07378. I'm going to repeat Mrs. Taiwo Adeyemo's number once more, the founder of Ibadan Vocational College. If you have any personal question you want to ask her, the number to call for Mrs. Taiwo Adeyemo once more is 081-651-07378. We're still on the program. Skillfull Hands is going to run for the next 13 weeks. We will be going off very soon. Before we round up, we want to talk about sponsorship. Mrs. Adeyemo, what can we say about sponsorship? I know that we need something like that, but just in 2 minutes or less, can you just throw more light on that?
Okay, we welcome people to sponsor students who are not able to pay their fees. You can come in and say, okay, for painting, I want to sponsor 10 students. Somebody just did that actually. He's a medical doctor, and he told me that while he was growing up, he did some vocational training. So he told me we are sponsoring 10 students, and these are students in the electrical department. So we can have people who come in to sponsor students in such ways. All students, we encourage them to sponsor students from their schools which they passed out from. So we are open, and we expect, we are open. We're open to anybody to help with the sponsorship for the students in particular.
Thank you very much. Viewers at home, we will be rounding up now. Our time is pretty short, but before we go, we'd like to say a very big thank you to, like I started with, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, and of course, the lovely studio Aloore Radio. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to come here as Ibadan Vocational College. Until we meet next week, don't miss out on this program. There are a lot of things to gain. Thank you very much, viewers, and God bless you.
Ibadan Vocational College, a private co-educational school where craftsmen and women are trained and empowered, presents a 30 minutes program tagged Skillful Hands on Aloore Radio of the Ministry of Information and Orientation, Ibadan. On Skillful Hands, there will be training, talks, and empowerment for students in secondary schools, higher institutions, graduates, and unemployed. It is an opportunity for these classes of people to acquire vocational training on courses such as painting, bricklaying, tiling, plumbing, and many more. To be a part of this program, join the founder, Ibadan Vocational College, Taiwo Adeyemo, and a co-presenter, Leroy Odedele, every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube at Aloore Radio. Skillful Hands every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Aloore Radio. It promises to be impactful.
Whether you're a native of Ibadan or a visitor, Aloore Radio brings you closer to the heart and soul of Oyo State and beyond. Aloore Radio, the online radio that amplifies the voice of Oyo State.